Alright guys, welcome back to Death from Above 40k. Look to the sky, brothers. We have another battle report here for you. We're back in the studio. Got Jake here, myself, and we're showing down with some demons versus some space wolves. 1500 points. Should be fun, but these guys don't like each other. It's always a good battle, so we'll throw it down. We'll have a look. So we'll start off with we'll go over the Space Wolves first because this is an easy one, straightforward. Now today, funnily enough, Jake is going to run the Space Wolves, and I'm going to run the Demons just because he hasn't had any practice with an army like Demons at all and doesn't know the rules or anything. Whereas Space Marines are a bit more of an easy learning curve. So we'll go through it. It's a battalion. So starting with HQs, we've got Ragnar Blackmane, Njal Stormcaller in Terminator armor, and then of course at the back, none other than Bjorn the Fell-Handed. Troops, so unit of Grey Hunters, they've got bolt guns, chainswords, one guy's got a plasma gun, and then there's a Wolfguard pack leader in Terminator armor at the front here, Stormbolter Power Fist. Then we got just behind here, we got a 5-man unit of Intercessors. They got auto bolt rifles, and the pack leader in the center here has a Power Fist. Then over here, we got ourselves a Blood Claw pack. They've all got chainswords and bolt pistols. Then there is the pack leader with the Power Fist just there. Then up front here, we have a Terminator pack leader with Thunderhammer Storm Shield. They're the 3 troops choices. Fast attack, 5 Thunder Cav. You love them. We've got all with Storm Shields, and then 4 with Wolf Claws, and the pack leader here has Thunderhammer. Pretty straightforward. Should have gone over elites. Wolf and Dreadnought, Fenrisian Great Axe, and Blizzard Shield. And then last but not least, we've got the Long Fangs pack. There's 3 missiles, 2 las cannons, and then the pack leader with Cyclone Missile Launcher, Stormbolter, and Wolf Claw. So that comes in at 1500 points of Wolves. For Njal's Stormcaller, his powers will be Living Lightning, Jaws of the Werewolf, and Stormcaller. So they're the ones he's chosen to go with today. And the Warlord today is just going to have Ragnar to keep it simple. So Ragnar's going to be the Warlord. And there's no relics that he's taken in this army because all of his characters are named characters, so he hasn't bothered with it. So that's the Space Wolves. Now we'll go over the Demons. Now first things first, I want to apologise. The back here, there is 10 of these bloody Plague Bearers that aren't painted. I had to pull them off the table to get them going. I do not like playing with unpainted models. Every fucking model you see on this channel is painted by me because I do not like unpainted models. So this is shame. So feel free to shame me in the comments for this. But anyway, that's just neither here nor there. Now with this Demons army, because I'm still building it up, we've put these guys in here as well because they're also Demons, just to keep the rhythm flowing. So I'll go over the Demon part first. So we've got HQs, we've got Bloodthirster of Insensate Rage. And then in front of him, we've got the, I think it's a Skull Crusher. I keep forgetting, there's like 3 of these guys now of different names. I'll get back to it. And then obviously, in this other detachment, we have Lord Discordant, and we have the Lord of Possession. Troops-wise, 20-man blob of Bloodletters with the banner and the horn. They've got the relic banner, so the 3d6 charge bad boy. Then over here, 20-man blob of Plague Bearers. They've also got their banner and their musical instrument and all that sort of stuff. There's also one other HQ here, this guy. Old McGutsy, if that focuses. There we go, yeah. He's in there. He's going to have Miasma of Pestilence as his power, so he'll be there to just buff these guys up. This guy's there just to buff these guys up. This guy's there just to smash people's faces in. Now, the Bloodthirster is going to be the Warlord today because I just think that if you take a Bloodthirster, well, you should have him as a Warlord. Now, I've paid a command point to give him Rage Unchained, which means that he always doubles his amount of wounds for his chart. Then I've given him a Hellforged artifact, which is the Armor of Scorn, which gives him a 4-up invuln. And then for his Warlord trait, I've gone with Oblivious to Pain, which gives him a 6-up Feel No Pain. So hopefully the combination of those things, the 4-up, the 6-up Feel No Pain, and the doubly thing, will keep him active throughout the battle. Look, he might just get smashed in half straight up. Who knows? All right. And then, as filler for the army, we've got the Disco Lord. He's going to be paying 1 command point for the Incendium, which gives him the +1 wound, strength, and toughness. But he's not the Warlord, so we won't have Feel No Pain today. So we'll see how that goes. We've got Lord of Possession. He's going to have the healing ability and the reroll 1's hit and wound ability, as in his psychic powers. I always forget the names of them. Then we've got 1, 2, 3 Venom Crawlers. So that is the demon list. 1,500 points. So we'll go into having a look at rolling up a mission and see if these guys can't take on these guys. I haven't really played much demons myself before, so it's all a learning curve. And we'll see what happens. I should have mentioned too, these guys are obviously going to be Iron Warriors, which is why he's taken the Incendium. So we'll get into it. See if we can't slap each other around a bit and do a bit of shooting, do a bit of close combat, and do a bit of, 40King. All right, guys, we'll roll up a mission and we'll get back to you. All right, guys, we've rolled up a mission, and the mission is called No Man's Land, which threw my plans way out of whack, but we'll get to that in a second. So first off, No Man's Land. So there is an objective in the center, No Man's Land, and then 20 inches away from that towards each deployment is another objective, and there's one over inside that building as well, and then 12 off to the side of each of it there is another objective and another objective, sort of like a big cross. So objective wise, each one of these you gain 5 points up to a maximum of 15 points each turn for each of these objectives you hold. This one in the center is the same thing, 5 points, but you get the additional points of each turn it is. So if it's turn 2, 5 plus 2, 7. 5, turn 3, 5 plus is 8. Look at me do maths. 1 plus 1 is 1. Alright, so that kind of thing. Secondary, we're just keeping it simple. Kill points, each unit you completely destroy, you get a point. Warlord and Line Breaker. We don't want to go too into it just because I'm learning to use these bad boys. Jake's just having his, I think this is only like his second turn he's used the Space Wolves, so we'll see how he goes with that. But yeah. So we'll go over the deployment and I'll explain. So in the rules it says, in No Man's Land, if you have any units that can deploy or have special rules to deploy, they still have to either deploy into your deployment zone or start in your deployment zone. So my Bloodletter Bomb is starting on the battlefield. The good news is that the demons have first turn, so hopefully I can just come running across here and just massacre everything. But anyway, let's go through it. So on the right hand side, I've got 1, 2, 3 Venom Tropes, Lord of Possession, Disco Lord at the front. Late night booty calls, shiny Disco Lord. Then in here, we've got the Poxbringer, and then this blob of Poxwalkers that comes around to the front here. Now don't worry people, we have measured. They are all in coherency, so don't freak out. It's only 1 inch between that wall and that wall. Alright, so that's the Plague Bearer, sorry, not Poxwalkers. I play way too many armies. We've got the 20 Bloodletters, the Bloodthirster of Insensate Rage. We got that big bad boy over here. And then we have the Skullmaster. That's what this bloke's name is, which is going to be buffing these guys, making them stronger. So pretty much everything's on the board. Bit on this objective here. And yeah, obviously we're just going to run forward into here. That's my plan. I don't know what Jake's plan is, but that's my plan. So that's the deployment for the demons. Bloody missions throw me out of whack. Alright, Jake, what's he done? Starting from the right, moving across. Thundercav in the centre of him, Ragnar Blackmane. Coming across, we've got Grey Hunters. Then this is the Blood Claws. They're sort of spread out. Once again, they're all in coherency, so everybody just chill out. Ease out on the bloody keyboards, boys. Then back here in the centre, we've got Meow. And then we've got behind them sitting on the objective is the Longfangs. I asked him why he's got them so far back like that. And the thing is, because of the new rule set, it would be better to perch them up here. But then once you start taking things away, because of where the objective is, you're going to break coherency, lose your unit, not be able to hold it. So he's sacrificed a little bit of shooting ability, being down lower, to have more of an objective security. Fucking talk to him about it. Alright. Over here we got Wolfendread. Then we got Bjorn. And then over on the side here, he's got the Intercessors. I dare say they're making a run for this over here, but good luck getting through that, Champo. Good luck with bloody that. Alright, so at this current stage, that's the setup. No Man's Land. We got Space Wolves all on the field. By the way, this setup of mission also stuffed Jacob, because he was planning on outflanking these guys into my back line and beating stuff up. So, you know, it threw us both for a 6, but that's one good thing about the missions. Alright, so, Space Wolves. Then we got these guys over here, all these demons. So I'll be having first turn with the demons. At least that'll allow me to move forward. And we'll get back to you in a minute and see if I've killed anything, really. Alright, guys. Alright, guys. End of demon turn 1. There's been some movement and some things. Alright, so what have we done? We'll start over here. So the Venom Crawlers, the Disco Lord, and the Lord of Possession move towards this objective. Sort of still trying to keep some distance, not to get countercharged, but with a good roll, he's still probably going to get in there and do it. Poxbringer and Plague Bearers all sort of stayed where they are. They're sort of this mid-section holding all of this. Bloodthirster flew from over here to sort of the centre. I got run, and I was thinking of landing over here, but then I thought all he's doing is just giving him a free charge into me Bloodthirster, so I didn't do that. These guys got a really good run because they got the banner. It's +1, so they're a bit like me Blood Angels when they're moving. And they ran up, and they actually got both of these objectives in the centre here. And then the Skull Taker guy, he just is up behind them. So as far as movement went, that was it. Psychic power wise, this guy got off the reroll 1s to hit and wound for the demons. And then he also did a mortal wound on the Dreadnought at the front there. Shooting wise, these guys shot into the Longfangs. They only killed one of them. He just took away the sergeant. And then this guy tried to fire into the Blood Claws over there. Didn't do any damage. So shooting so far, not so good. But movement, board control, he's pretty good at this turn. So we killed one model and wounded a Dreadnought. So, alright. We'll see what we can do with this big demon if he's still on the battlefield next turn. And we'll get back to you after Space Wolves turn 1. Alright guys, end of Space Wolves turn 1, and Jake's done a pretty good job at shooting, killing and maiming some things. So what has he done? Longfangs obviously stayed back here. Blood Claws and Grey Hunters moved forward with Nyarl up the centre. Obviously heading towards here. The Thundercav and Old Mate are up here now. This guy, God, I just had a biggest brain freeze. Bjorn has moved forward. There was another Dreadnought there. And these guys have moved here. So Psychic Phase, Nyarl put the Storm. So these guys all have cover because they're covered by Storm. He went to do another Psychic Power and it was shut down by this guy because this guy can deny one Psychic Power. And then he went to do another Psychic Power and it was shut down by this guy. So he only got the Storm off. Alright. As far as Psychic goes, shooting, he paid for the Wolf's Eye and shot across here into the big guy. Got a heap of hits and wounds, but with the 4-up save and the Feel No Pain, the Bloodthirster only took 3 wounds. So did make him quite resilient. They were also able to neg 1 to hit just because they can't see any of his base. These guys, a combination here of, this guy shot into here, did nothing. So there, and then all these guys here shot into the blood letters, softened them up. Then these guys charged in to finish them off. Now, when it got to the combat phase, he charged in with the big guy over here with the Fenrisian Axe, and he actually smashed 10 wounds off the Lord Discordant. Without the feel no pain, they just went through and he done a heap of damage. But then the Lord Discordant still managed to beat him down, beat the 7 wounds off him. So Lord Discordant actually killed him in combat, but he went for that first. So then I paid the command points to interrupt over here with the Bloodletters, and I actually managed to kill 2 of the Thunder Cav, and that won't focus on that. This guy's only got 1 wound left. But then obviously Ragnar and these guys just absolutely chopped through the rest of the Bloodletters that were here. So now they're sort of sitting closer to these objectives. Didn't consolidate into this guy because I would have got to chop into his head. So at the end of Space Wolf's turn 1, they earned a point for killing the unit of Bloodletters, but I also earned a point for killing his Dreadnought. So at the end of battle round 1, we're both on 1 point. So we'll see now going into the next couple of turns who can actually hold the centre, because it's not looking like anyone's going to hold it for long. Alright, we'll get back to you in a tick on Demons turn 2. Alright guys, end of Chaos Daemons turn 2, and the incursion is getting out of control. Let's go over the movement and things and what happened here. So, first things first, objectives. This guy stayed back on this objective and got 5. Lord Possession stayed on this one and got 5. So that netted 10 points for base objectives off the start of the round. Then, movement-wise, as you can see over here, the Plague Bearers, they moved forward to here, and then they've rolled like an 11 for their charges because they got the banner, and they've ended up all over this middle section. The Bloodthirster flew over the other side here where he is, and this guy's moved up. Over here, these guys all moved forward through here, and shooting wise, pretty much was only done by these 3. They shot into Bjorn, then ran into him and finished him off with their clippers. Psychic power wise, this guy tried to heal the Lord Discordant but didn't. It was shut down, but then he used a stratagem to heal 3, and he also heals 1. So he went down to 6, but then he lost another wound from these guys here when he assaulted in. But they hit back in with the thunder and hammer and stuff and couldn't really do too much to him. So this stuff's all moved forward. So there's been a massive push down this side. Bjorn's died. Bloodclaws have died. And then over here in the combat, the Bloodthirster of Insensate Rage split his attacks. He lopped off the head of Ragnar Blackmane with no issues. Then he killed like another, I think, Thunder Cav, and then these guys here and this Blood Crusher man here. It's not focusing very well, sorry about that. Killed the crap out of the last one, and then this guy passed his leadership, but he didn't do any damage to anything, so he's just stuck in the middle of all these demons. Demons that are on this objective now. So in this turn, Space Wolf's just got a serious head whopping from Big Boss's kill chopping. Don't know why that popped into my head. But they've got to do something next turn to come back into this. Otherwise, this is going to be the world's quickest game, and Demon Incursion is just going to get out of control. So pray for the Sons of Russ, and we'll get back to you. So at the end of this, the Chaos Daemons are on 13 points, and the Space Wolves are only on 1. So we'll see if they can do anything in the next turn to redeem themselves. Alright guys, end of Space Wolves turn 2. It kind of went well, but things escalated quickly, and the incursion is out of control. Alright, let's start with movement. Niall jumped in here to join in to support these guys. These guys ran in here, and these guys ended up all the way over here. That was about as far as movement got. Now, we'll start with these guys. Actually, with the psychic phase. Niall managed to smash off some wounds off this guy with psychic shenanigans, so he's taken 10 wounds now, and that was about it. But then shooting, these guys shot through here and obliterated one of the venom crawlers, getting him a point. Then these guys hop-jogged it round here to here, shot their bolters into the Lord of Possession, then walked up to him and just said, "Welcome to Fenris, motherfucker." Bang! Smashed his head clean off his shoulder. This pack leader, he's just got like fucking pus and brains in his fist right now. He's just like, fucking killed all my brothers there. Take that, motherfucker. That's how I think that a Space Marine would think. But anyway, that's just me. Then over here though, Njal and these guys just got their head kicked in by the spiders and the Lord Discord, and it was just horrific. They didn't even manage to do any wounds in combat. There was a Power Fist there, there was a Thunder Hammer there, and there was Njal with his magic stick of love, and still didn't manage to do any damage. And then the Lord Discord and one of these guys turned around and just went, "No mate, not today," and smashed their heads in. These guys over here ran in here, and I think they killed 3 of the Plague Bringers. I'm going to mix their name up every time. I'm sorry. Oh, Plague Bearers. I apologise for any die-hard Demon fans out there. And then in return, they lost like fucking 4 of their pack. They passed their leadership though. This guy in here, go on focus, it's too bright. This guy in here just took a walloping off everyone. Didn't do any damage back to anyone, but managed to just hang in there. Yeah, that's about it. So at the end of Space Wolves turn 2, they are on 8 points. So we're hoping that in the next, oh actually it's Demon's turn next. I'm not going to say anything. It's pray for this unit here. The massacre. Alright guys, we'll get back to you in, it'll be Demon's turn 3. Alright. Okay guys, end of David's turn 3. It's been a massacre. Points wise, this guy got 5 points for that. These guys in the centre got 5 points for that. And they were also on this objective, which is another 5. So the max 15. And then kill points wise, the Space Wolves have been absolutely massacred and tabled. So pretty much I'm going to go around this side because that's where the action took place. And we'll go through what happened. So first things first. These guys ran back here and just with their shooting alone obliterated all the guys who were on that objective. In the centre here, the Bloodthirster cut down the Storm Shield Wolf, and then the rest of these Plague guys just mauled the last 2 of the guys in there and just ground them down into dust. Now, the Lord Stalker ran round to here, flamed it in, killed a bunch, then ran in here and just massacred the rest of them, killing the rest of the army. So, that's it. That's the game. Sorry it's a bit of a short one, but on this channel, if you get bloody hammered, we don't turn around and go, "Oh no, we're going to film another battle report, but one where it's a little bit more even." No, if you get fucking hammered, you get fucking hammered. And this was a hammering. Jake was so stressed, he's literally said to me, "This is bullshit, I'm going to take a shit." So he's currently doing that. That's what you need to know right now. That's how much of a beating he got. He's in there just doing his thing. Alright, so let's go through. Well, if I was to pick like a man of the match for the Demons, buddy, it's probably going to be this guy again. But I'm not going to pick him. I'm going to pick this guy. Because at the end of the match, he's only down 5 wounds because he had the Feel No Pain, the 4-up invon, and the fact that he's still with that degraded demon thing, sorry, not great, exalted degraded demon, allows him to always double the amount for his thing. So he's pretty much always fighting at full strength, and he's really resilient. And he dished out like everything he ran into. He killed Ragnar, killed a heap of Thunderwolves, just smashed up shit that needed to be smashed up. Jake gave Ragnar once again man of the match because pretty much at the start when he ran in here, I think it was he single-handedly killed like 10 of the Bloodletters and cleared this area out. The Bloodletters went down pretty easy, but one thing, these guys obviously, I haven't used a blob of 20 of them before, but yeah, they're extremely hard to remove from the battlefield with a 5-up invon and a 5-up Feel No Pain just sitting in cover there. It's pretty brutal. These guys perform well, these guys perform well. And this guy was just cool. That's why he's in the army, because he's riding a bloody Brazen Bull, people. That's why he's in the army. Alright, so that's the battle report. Moving forward, this demon army is going to become more like, you know, demon codex. I'll have like a heap of other demon stuff I'm painting up, but still counts as demon because everything in the list has a demon keyword. So hopefully you've enjoyed it, and we'll get back to you and try and get some more battle reports going. Hope you're enjoying 9th edition. Stay safe out there, and we'll get another one here to you. Alright guys, enjoy.